What does your business do and how long have you ran the business for?
So basically we sell clothing online for ladies and young children right from the age of 1 to 2 years, and then the ladies wear for all ages and all sizes.
Why did you decide to start that type of business as opposed to a makeup brand or something like that?
So I originally used to be a hairdresser, and then I met Ash, my partner, who has always done fashion, and then I just become a part of the business.
What's the best advice you give to like someone mine or your daughter's age that's looking to start their own business?
Believe in yourself, go for it, have no doubt, and if it doesn't work out, pick yourself back up again and go again, because it'll always work.
Welcome to the Kids Interview Entrepreneurs. My name is Richard Layton. I work as the Entrepreneur in Residence within the University of Liverpool Management School within the Brett Centre for Entrepreneurship. We're running a Kids Interview Entrepreneurs special with Girls with Dreams Club as part of the Scouse Girls Social. We have Poppy interviewing our entrepreneur today, Hollie Cassidy of Glamify, and I'll now pass it over to Poppy to ask the questions.
Hi, so the first question we've got is, what does your business do and how long have you ran the business for?
So basically we sell clothing online for ladies and children, young children right from the age of 1 to 2 years, and then the ladies wear for all ages and all sizes. So we're an online fashion company. We have been running for, I've done fashion for, I'm just thinking now, 14 years, I'd like to say, and my partner has done it for around 25. We both do it together, so we are like a family-run business, and we're a dead close unit, and we work really well together.
I absolutely love that. So, do you want to pick a card? Close to ask you again. Pick up. So, what were you like in secondary school, and were you entrepreneurial as a student?
In secondary school, I was always hardworking. I knew that for sure. My mum had her own business. She had a salon, so every half term I'd always be in the shop, while my friends were out having a good time. I just want to make money, really. And I was always grew up going to work with my mum because, my mum and dad were separated. So that was the only childcare I had, was to go to my mum's work. So I helped her out at a very young age with all her customers in and tips, and it'd be great. Come Friday, I'd have my own wages, shall we call it, to go out shopping, spend it on what I want. So I knew from a very young age that I wanted to make money as soon as possible, and I think because I'd always had that in me from such a young age, it was all I'd ever known really, was to get up, go out, go to work, and enjoy earning money and then spending it on a weekend.
So you were always entrepreneurial from the get-go?
I'd say so, yeah, pretty much from as soon as I started high school, really. That's how I spent my weekends and half terms. And I really enjoyed it. It's probably, as I got a bit older, it was the choice. I could go, or obviously I didn't have to. As I was a bit older, I could obviously go with my friends, but I chose to do that. I enjoyed that. So yeah, that's all I've known, really.
So I do have a personal question I'm going to ask you, but I'll do them next. So I've seen Glamify loads because I always get stuff from there. But what gave you inspiration for the designs?
Probably because I've got a young daughter. I've got 2 young daughters. I've got one who's 13 who literally gives us every bit of inspiration. Probably like yourself, she's like, "Mum, this is trending. Please, can we put this into a lounge set or a tracksuit?" And obviously on social media, looking at what trends are predicted for like the seasons to come. And just being in the know quite a lot. And as I say, it's probably from being like, I was really young when I had Amara, so I've kind of like been in the loop with the young ones, and I grew up with Amara and learned to what she loves and then how to adapt it into our business.
Yeah, so you've So, you know where some people don't like take insight from kids because they think, oh, the kid's not going to be able to do something. You've like done the opposite of that, and you're like, they're kids, they're going to know loads about what I want to do.
Well, yeah, as well, because sometimes I was thinking, why am I spending a fortune buying hair loungewear with these designs that we could, like, you know, design our own and make a Glamify design that if my daughter loved and her friends love, then I know everyone else is going to love. So it's kind of like a good way to have Amara in the business because she knew what was going to be trending.
So now she feels a part of it.
100%. Glamify fashion, the adult part, has been going a lot longer, and then children's has only been going probably for the last 4 years, and I'd say it's mainly been built around my daughter with having a young daughter like yourself. Yeah, so
well, I love that. I love that answer.
Thank
I really
you.
did.
There you go.
So, why did you decide to start that type of business as opposed to like a makeup brand or something like that?
That's a bit of a tricky question, really.
It doesn't have to be makeup brands, it could be any brands.
I kind of like fell into it. So I originally used to be a hairdresser, and then I met Ash, my partner, who has always done fashion, and then I just become a part of the business, and I just felt to love it. I've always loved fashion, I've always loved shopping, and I've always loved styling. I love putting outfits together.
For you, life just went into its own pieces, basically.
But yeah, I didn't ever think I would be where I was today or having this type of business. I thought I might have been a hairdresser forever. Like, I love that. But slowly but surely, this became more of a passion, and I loved it a hell of a lot more to hairdress than what I used to do.
That's brilliant, that.
Thank you. You're very good.
I'm gonna pick one. Before you answer this, are the customers ever rude or?
No, not that I've really come across. Sometimes, obviously, customers can maybe be a little bit upset with you if, you know, they've ordered on next day's delivery, for example, and it hadn't reached them on next day. And I know it's left our warehouse, but it may be like a courier's fault or something like that. So maybe sometimes they do get a little bit frustrated or something. You know yourself, if maybe you're going somewhere and you need your parcel and it hasn't come on time, then yeah, it can be. Obviously, we try our best to give that 5-star service, but sometimes it's a little bit out of our control, like with a third party or the delivery company, and then they've failed us, and it falls back on us. But it falls back on us. But we always try to make the customer feel amazing, even to the point where I've actually drove to someone's house with the parcel, because the customer's always right, and I never want to let them down. So
that's brilliant.
I think because, you know, it is a family business and there's me and Ash that does it, we can go the extra mile and make sure that, you know.
Yeah, because if you were working in like a normal 9-to-5 job, you don't really, well, in some things you do, well, you don't really put 100% effort into everyone, because you've made it and you do.
Yeah, like, I love it. Like, and obviously because it is online as well, we live, sleep, breathe the business. There's no day off, or there's no switch your phone off at 5 o'clock. It's 24 hours every day, but I love it and I wouldn't have it any other way.
So what's the best advice you give to like someone mine or your daughter's age that's looking to start their own business?
I just say, believe in yourself, go for it, have no doubt. And if it doesn't work out, pick yourself back up again and go again, because it'll always work.
Yeah.
Sometimes it could fail, but you just keep on going and never give up.
My mum's always said life's a maze. There's always different paths.
There is, and what is set out for you will find you.
Awesome. Should we go to the? We'll go to the.
Yeah.
So thanks ever so much to Poppy for asking Hollie the questions. We got a couple of closing traditions on the Kids Interview Entrepreneurs podcast. So our first one is to sign this with you and ask you, what's your dream?
My dream?
Yeah.
It probably would be to grow Glamify worldwide. This is something that we're really doing now, and to keep going with it and to inspire young ones like Poppy, you know, who love fashion and who want to get into it, to give it their all, never give up, because that's where we're going with like my daughter now. And yeah, it's just to give it you everything and never give up, keep dreaming and believing.
That's a really nice dream. It's really admirable to want it to be able to inspire other people to be successful and to follow their dreams and to give it all they've got in life. So I think that's a really brilliant dream. Second and final closing tradition of the Kids Interview Entrepreneurs podcast is to Stephen Bartlett you. So we're going to get you to choose a Diary of a CEO card, and then Poppy will ask you the final question.
So you can pick any one of them.
Yes.
Pick up. Thank you. So, what is the most frequent piece of advice that people ask you for, and what is the answer?
It's probably how we do the business together, me and Ash as a couple. It's the question I get asked every day, all the time. Obviously, it's so hard to have a business partner, let alone. But obviously, because we are like a couple, we do everything together, and we're like a team. And it's like I need him and he needs me.
So it just feels right.
So it feels right. And you know, if we're having bad days, he's there for me, and vice versa. I'm there for him, and we just pick each other up and go again.
They almost say finding a partner in business is like finding a life partner as well. You just decided to both all in one go.
How do you do it all? How do you live together? How do you have children and, you know, run the business? But I think because we work together and obviously having life and helping each other out with the children and being able to do other things with them as well while one of us goes to work, it just works well for us. And as I say, it's a team. And yeah, so that's probably the most frequent asked question we get.
I absolutely love that. That's brilliant.
Well, thanks ever so much again to Poppy and also to Hollie of Glamify for coming in today on the Kids Interview Entrepreneurs podcast. Thanks also to the Brett Centre for Entrepreneurship and Paul Brett, as well as Sir Peter Rigby for supporting the Enterprise Education in Secondary Schools programme. Finally, thank you to Jay for recording and putting the podcast together, and we look forward to seeing you in another Kids Interview Entrepreneurs podcast in the future. Take care for now.